So I was able to shoot my very first XFL game coming off my 16th NFL season. Shooting the Super Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona was awesome, but I wanted to kind of just dive into this XFL game because I had a lot of fun and I was able to capture some behind the scenes content, which I don't normally get to do on my NFL assignment. So let's get into it. Every once in a while you gotta go shoot a high school game or a practice or a spring game and just kind of have fun and have no expectations of your footage and just see what you get, because that's kind of what I did with this XFL game. It was like there was no expectations. What could I do, what could I shoot, and how can I make it look pretty? I did not have a perfect game by any means, but it was just, again, there's something about getting out there and just getting those reps in. And so the more that you can find those games, like I was able to track down this XFL game, the more reps you get in, because quite honestly, the next football game I shoot isn't until September of 2023. And yes, I've been shooting the NFL for 16 seasons. This still is stuff that I love to shoot, and it's still stuff that I want to shoot and I want to get better, because there's so many people that are way better than I am, and I just want to be able to kind of grasp at their greatness, and the only way I can do that is to just shoot football games. That's the goal. I had a sideline pass. I have all of my camera gear at my disposal, so I decided to shoot the first half with my Fujinon 23x lens. And shoot the second half with the newest lens of my arsenal, which is the Nikon Nikkor 300mm 2.8 full frame lens. And so I paired that 300 with a 2x extender, and it was an absolute blast. And I actually, the 23x is the go-to lens for football action, but the 300 is, for me, because I don't get to shoot it a lot, like any prime lens is just always a blast to shoot football with. And so there's a math problem there. If it's a 300mm full frame on a Super 35 area mirror sensor with a 2x extender, my math shows that I'm sitting somewhere around 900mm, because it's about a 450mm lens without an adapter, and then you add the adapter times 2, 900, I think. So the cool thing about shooting this XFL game, again with no deliverables really, is that I was able to bring this GoPro Max and attach it to my Amira and kind of bring you along with me as I run up and down the sidelines, getting in those positions that I love to get in, which is, as you'll see here, sometimes it's behind the line of scrimmage. Of course, sometimes it's in front of the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's behind the bench. And sometimes it's in the back line of the end zone. To try and get the best shot I can. Sometimes the play just goes away from you. And that first touchdown that Seattle scored was on the other side of the field. And the challenge with that is to try and make the ones that get away from you look good. It's frustrating in the moment when you see that quarterback kind of turn his back towards you and throw it the other way, but how can you give yourself something to work with and give whoever's editing this footage something to work with? And it's always a challenge, and it's something I'm constantly working on, is trying to make the plays that go away from you look as good as the plays that come towards you, because we all want the plays to come towards us, but it doesn't always happen. On the zoom lens, I would never be behind the line of scrimmage in a goal line situation if I was the only camera guy on the field. But with the prime lens, I was like, you know what? This is actually a better position to try and maybe get the running back scoring a touchdown. And he did. I was probably a little too tight being at that 900 millimeter focal range, but it was kind of fun to capture it. I'm a huge fan of prime lenses, but it can't tell the full story of the game because in some cases it is just too tight. You're locked into one focal range, so you can't really zoom out. And so that's why the Fujinon 22 by, 23 by, and now 24 by are staples on football sidelines. It's truly a workhorse lens. But sometimes you just want something different, and that's where those prime lenses come in. And having the 180 mil, now the 300 mil, and then the 400 mil in my arsenal it's a great kind of combination of lenses. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed kind of that brief little behind the scenes on kind of following me around at a football game, and I hope you enjoyed kind of the art of football. And I love the way that especially that prime lens helps kind of just show the beauty of the game, even though it was just a regular season XFL game with not a lot of people in attendance. I have a feeling that's going to change as the XFL gets bigger and bigger. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and don't get used to this workshop because we're moving again. See you soon, California.